Okay, so we officially made it through security. We are heading to Charlotte, North Carolina this morning, guys. It's a 5 a.m. flight. We got aboard about 4:20, and then we got to fly across the country. And obviously, as we head to the East Coast, we lose time. So we're going to get there much later today, get a chance to probably get to the dirt track. I think the team's got to get parked. I'm sure maybe we'll try to get my seat in the car tonight versus tomorrow, and then get ready for World Finals week. Pretty excited. Carly and Matt both had higher boarding groups than me, or lower boarding groups, so they're already on the plane. I'm last. We made it to Denver. I think Matt and Carly are still behind me. First flight is done. The longer flight is next. I slept that entire time, so that was kind of nice because I think we all only slept a couple hours last night with how early we had to wake up. Okay guys, so we have made it to Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been to this airport a few times, just waiting for my seat and bag to show up back there. The nice thing about technology is I could check the app and I knew that it made it on our plane. That's your biggest concern. I almost never ship a gear bag, but since I was also shipping a seat, I was like, well, if the seat don't make it, I'm equally as screwed. So I just ship them both and they, fingers crossed. I believe they should be here in just a moment. Crazy to be here though, crazy to be here. I think we were in Medford, Oregon this morning where I'm from. Now we're in Charlotte, North Carolina. I definitely feel nervous, butterflies, but also excited, right? This is super cool. So, yeah, anyway, I just kind of let you know that we made it here, and I think our ride to pick us up should be here shortly, and I believe we're going to be headed straight to the track. Okay, we found it. I'm so happy this thing made it. I thought it didn't make it for a second. Well, here's a look at the dirt track here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. This is my second time here racing. My third time here, just when I was a little bit younger, I actually came and just watched an outlaw show. Really neat facility. I mean, it's impressive that they have this here, and obviously they don't use it a ton. It's just kind of the home of the World Finals. Big wide racetrack. You can see kind of this red clay, which is known for this area. Millbridge, I think, has something kind of similar, and they're still finishing loading in rigs. So they have the big blocks, the late models, and us. So that's kind of what makes the World Finals it. I mean, the campground is absolutely packed. We're gonna have a ton of fans here, and I just got the chance to sit in the 13 for the first time. So we have a little more work to do tomorrow to kind of mount the seat, but we just wanted to see how things line up. With me, only driving, when I drove the 1A, I ran Jacob's seat. So Tarleton was really the first time I actually mounted a seat in a different car that wasn't, one of my own. And this is kind of a new experience again too, as these guys run different cars. So we're kind of learning what we're going to need to do maybe into next year, just where some of the bars need to be and stuff for my seats, because every driver has a different seat, different sizes, and all the bars are different, A-frames in different cars. So yeah, we're going to get as best we can for this weekend. It's all exciting stuff, just kind of taking it all in and sitting in the car for the first time. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be on track for qualifying, and then the rest of the week we'll be getting underway. All right, guys, well, it is officially our qualifying night here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Yesterday, got fitted in the 13 car. You can see my seat in it behind me, and everything's kind of just starting to feel real. I got my Buch Motorsports shirt on, and just ready to go. Looks like we have about 50 cars in the pit area for tonight's show. We're obviously going to qualify twice. We're going to be on track 3 times because we also get a hot lap session. Man, beautiful weather here. We're parked right outside of turn 1 and 2, so we got a decent shot at the track. Feeling antsy and ready to get things underway. Again, we've kind of just been, waiting here since we got off the plane yesterday, hanging out with the team, getting acclimated. Everything feels, great so far, and almost forget that I was here 2 years ago with Shark Racing, just because so much has happened in between now and then. So it'll probably, feel very comfortable once I get out there. And here in just a little bit, we're going to be firing for some engine heat, rolling right into that hot lap session. I just drew some pills for both nights, so I think we're going to be, fairly early in both qualifying sessions and try to lay down the best lap times that we can to set ourselves up for the rest of the week. just watching Dirt Vision, ran our first laps in the Buch 13. Car felt comfy. It was actually a good situation, you know, to be here at Charlotte, in the sense right now the racetrack's got a lot of grip. For my first laps in a new race car, kind of just mash the gas pedal, try to keep the thing straight. Obviously the track has, you know, a lot of moisture, a lot of grip. You're using the wings and you're using every bit of the engine. So yeah, I think they didn't count our last lap because it was kind of like, I was able to get or sneak in one more lap kind of after the checkered, because you don't get a lot of hot laps here, and it was second quick, or right now actually maybe would have been third or fourth, but ran a really good lap at 12.9. So we're now just going to try to carry this into qualifying. We're in Flight A, so they're finishing up Flight B for hot laps now, and then we'll be right back in the race car. But I think the track's going to be pretty fast. It might start moving up a little bit, but overall just trying to get more comfortable, and every single lap is going to help with that. Just like my first lap, if you look at the time, to the second lap, to the third lap, you know, just trying to build on it. But anyway, we're gonna head back out, feel excited, and try to set ourselves up for Thursday with this qualifying session. All right, guys, we just wrapped up qualifying here for the Thursday portion of the week. We were 15th quick in Flight A. We were the last set of cars to go out, and I think that there was still opportunity to lay down a good lap. I mean, Rico, granted, he's hard to judge off of because he just qualifies so well, but he went out right before us, and he shot up to second quick. I just felt like, you know, maybe where I left a 10th or a 10th and a half on the table is just, I mean, it's the fine details. It's exactly where you want to be on the racetrack. And again, too, continuing to get comfortable, but I just was a little low in 1 and 2, and I think I could have got through 3 and 4. I got through it well, but I just could have carried a tiny bit more speed to the center before I turned off and tried to straight line the front stretch on my second lap. So like I said, it's fine details, and at a place like Charlotte, it all matters. Everyone's so close. 1/10 would have shot us up like 8 or 9 spots. So we are set now for Thursday. Now we're focused on our next qualifying session here after the late models and everything goes, so we got some time. Well, guys, we got work to do the rest of the week, so glad we got our first night out of the way, and just got some laps around the racetrack. I think we were 15th in the first flight. I think we were 17th there. Went out late in both flights, but I think there's still plenty of speed in the racetrack. So I don't know. I thought I got through 1 and 2 really good there in my second session. Actually, both times by, I just didn't get through 3 and 4. So and I didn't think I got through the corner bad. I just got my board opened up a little bit, and it just seemed like maybe my car, just got a little bit sideways, got some angle, and then I hurt my exit speed. But I just need to watch it back and dissect it a little bit more. But that's the quick analysis out of the car, and we'll move on to the rest of the weekend. So qualifying night at Charlotte is officially complete. We loaded up the 13 car. The sprint cars were first, so we kind of loaded up, and they were still finishing up the late models and the big blocks. We got a quick bite to eat and then came back here to the hotel. And now we're getting ready to start the racing part of the weekend. Now, of course, in motorsports, you always want to do the best that you can and, have the best results. And last night, we obviously didn't qualify exactly where we wanted for Thursday and Friday. So we have a little bit of work to do, but just nice to have the first night out of the way with the team, sitting behind the wheel, feeling comfortable in the race car. car. And as we talked, I honestly thought my laps were pretty solid. We just were on the backside of that 10th or 2/10ths that we needed. So we're going to try to make a charge forward in our heat races now. And again, just cool to be here at the World Finals and happy to be with this team and excited, you know, just to keep working on. We just got to build our foundation and build onward and upward from there. You know, they always say Rome wasn't built in a day. And when you're working with the new team, right, we're just figuring it all out and then take those steps. And excited to be a part of Buch Motorsports. So thank you guys for watching. That's kind of a rundown of our travel to get here, that qualifying night, and now we got 3 nights of racing here for the World Finals to cap off the 2025 World of Outlaws season. So we'll see you guys in the next show. Deuces.